Hello, welcome to my final video for file and database. This is task one. Here's a little web page. We have our HTML table. I'll just slowly show all of it. And as you can see, it says data written to file successfully. So if we just go back up here, let me show the file. Here is my record file I made for it. And if you look, the last one in action is worst banger listed, and you can tell that right here it's also worst banger. So it correctly did it. But yeah, it's a really long file, like wide file, I guess you could say. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it has everything listed. So that successfully uploaded it. Now let's look at the code for it. Pretty much same old, made a file for it. Then I made my connection, did a SQL query, and it's the same query used for the table and writing to a file. So yeah, then we just execute it, get result, and then we make the table here. You can see that it's like pretty similar to all the HTML tables we've done recently. So nothing crazy. I did use this DataSeek thing that I saw researching into it because whenever I first did this, I would keep on running it whenever I was making my file and it would just be blank. So this actually ended up fixing it just to make sure the starts at the beginning of the file, like line 0, and like yeah, that's really it. I cited it, but yeah. So then we open the file and then both, if we could put I suppose like the pointer at line 0 and we can open the file to begin writing, then yeah, then we do the same while loop we do in the just for fetching the query results, and then we do one record we append it all in one line, and then this is to basically create a new line. And I actually use the PHP from I think like my test one code. Yeah, I said it right here. And then we just append it in the loop, and then it just keeps on going while we're getting more data. And then we do it successfully if it worked, but if it didn't work, then it either just couldn't get the data from the query or like couldn't open the file, is what I presume. Or really it couldn't do this DataSeek thing. But yeah, then we close the file and the query and connection. Yeah. So now, oh yeah, let me go to the next one. So as you can see, I actually already played with this a little bit. Let me go to the main HTML page though. Okay, so let's put in, okay, let's do warrior, why not? Okay, we're gonna enter that. We got warrior, perfect, how cool. Let's show that it's an error. Let me delete some. It's invalid because it doesn't exist. Just to show that I'm not biased, let me go into another one. Let me see. Okay. Let's do Boston. Just randomly scroll to that one. And then we're gonna get that. And wow, we got Boston. Perfect. So this works. Also, clear insert again works. So yeah, very cool. Simple HTML here, straight to the point. We've done it so many times. And so here, I thought whenever I was approaching this, I just am going to put it all in one thing to search. And it also was recommended to do an associative array. So that's what we ended up working with. Made a function. Notice this from the module last sent out that about like making functions. So I decided to make a function here. I just did, essentially it's just making like loading the file to put into our data array. And that's why I named that, just like the file data to array. And we need to have the parameter of a file. So yeah. Then I use this global to be out of scope. I thought this was pretty cool. I've actually never used keyword before in coding, and I found it to make sure like it recognizes it outside of the function. It's not only alive in the function, I guess you could say. And then we have lines equals this. This is just making sure the lines are like valid, you know. As we can see, we're ignoring new lines and like empty stuff lines. Then as long as there is a next line, then we're gonna do the loop processing each line to parse each line into the array where it's like array key equals value. As you can see, we have the hash value equals a string. So yeah, then we do that for each of the, text files we're given. Then we're gonna like make sure the input is good right here. And then I just made a variable to make it easier to call down here. But I thought this function actually was really neat, and it pretty much is just searching for the exact thing for us. Searches for the user inputs value in our array. So cool because key. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I slided it right here. And then, if it finds the match, then we're just gonna do string equals data of this to get the value. Then we're gonna say here's your entered value, and here's the string associated with it. And we print it out for the user, as you can see how it looked it on the website. And then else wasn't existing in our records. It was probably like invalid input as we tested. Then I just put the same button to go back to it. That's really it. So now to go to hello. Why is it not working? This is weird. That's so strange. Why is my Word document not opening? Okay, there it is. I finally got to it. I was trying to get to this, but yeah, so here's my survey I wrote. I just made student class, question class, multiple choice class, and text-based class. I kind of forgot about how the survey actually looked like, honestly, because it doesn't let me look back, and I did the survey itself 2 weeks ago along with all my other classes. So I'm a little rough on what it actually genuinely kind of looked like, but student ID, many students answers, many questions, uses the foreign key, student ID, primary key, question ID, and question class. This is how to correlate what student answered what question, how they answered. And the multiple choice class makes questions, text-based questions makes this type of question. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. We put foreign key to associate, what question ID each multiple choice one was. Same for this. We did that, and then we did different types. And then if we go down here, we have student ID, question ID, and then we have this. It's really just the relations of how they look in dbeaver. And that's really it. Yeah, for multiple choice, I remember that we had all of these options, so I just put all the options there for the attributes. And then I put for text-based, I remember there was like select all that apply, and there was an answer text box where you just free write how you feel about it. And then there's checkbox answer, which honestly I probably should have said like Dropbox answer, because it's like how many hours did you course, like 0 to 1 a week, or like 3 to 5, I don't know, something like that. And that's why I put that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great winter break, and thank you for watching my video. Goodbye.